Yeah. Big dog status. Yeah. Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette.
So today is the day we're actually doing something. Yay! So we have rented these paddle boards and we are gonna paddle up to Shoshone Falls. So it is supposed to be taller than Niagara, which is very exciting. And we get to see all these beautiful fall colors all the way up the Snake River. And I'm super, super excited. So hopefully we don't fall in and we're good to go. So let's get this show on the river.
Let me tell you a story.
So what's up?
So we have made it to the halfway point. It's 2 miles up the river and then 2 more to Shoshone Falls. This usually has water running over it, but because it's fall, there's not as much water. There's just little trickly streams. So we're gonna carry our sups up and over this sort of falls area and then keep on going.
And we're gonna check this place out because I mean this is some cool rock formations. Check these out. So let's get these sups up. Let's talk about this. Basically it is a 2-mile paddle up to these rocks, and these rocks genuinely feel like you're an avatar. That's the blue people and not the earthbenders. And about halfway to here, you cross the big bridge. Basically, that bridge, people can base jump off of it year-round without a permit. So when we drove by, or floated by, there was 5 or 6 base jumpers that were jumping off themselves.
And then a boat was sitting in the river and then drove over to the side, picked them all up, and then drove them up the river, and then I assume to a car that took them back up there. So
to do it again.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes you have to question people's state of mind if they're willing to just yeet themselves right off of a bridge. Yeeted. So now we have to go grab the paddleboard, and then we're gonna eat some lunch, and then we're gonna keep going because this isn't the coolest part.
When I was young, I had dreams of glory. All these mistakes seem to come like a flood. Till my days, they were done. But I don't wanna feel like wishful thinking. Pick myself up and move to the beat of my heart and my soul. Sing a song for the dreamer.
Right there is the overlook, and that's as close as you can get. But we can get like this close.
Is it cold? We're floating awfully fast! So for reference, we went in there. That's where Kodiak was, that tiny little crevice. Crazy. I'm not sure you can tell, but this one is all carved out and really cool and rounded. Just imagine if all the water was coming off of this. How loud it would be. It'd be like Niagara. And now it's time to head back down the river. Let's do this!
But first, what did we find?
We're going to explore this waterfall.
So why are we not going to...
We're not going up the hill to the waterfall because we're in a patch of blackberries.
Check it out.
We can pick a whole bunch and then
Tally-ho!
take them back with us. Okay. Or just yeet them into your mouth. That's cool too. You got a spider in your finger.
They're a little bitter.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like not good?
I don't know, they taste different enough that I'm like, I don't know if those are blackberries. Safety first, guys. Wash your blackberries.
In the river? Gross, nasty. After I just watched a bird like take a shit in there.
I mean, this whole green patch is blackberries. This is insane. Alicia's over there picking blackberries.
Go to Bali, stand under a waterfall. Go to Idaho, stand under a waterfall. Eat some blackberries, stand under the waterfall.
Sam Newton dance.
I'm waiting for you.
Handmade Pop-Tart.
And if you want to see where we got the handmade Pop-Tart, you're going to have to watch one of our future videos. We need to wrap up and talk a little bit about Shoshone Falls. So all the footage you guys saw was basically, I think, the only way that you should see Shoshone Falls. So just to kind of put it all together, we rented paddleboards and paddled up the Snake River into Shoshone Falls. So when you're planning on going through Idaho or checking out Twin Falls, I think that's probably the only way that you really should do that.
If you like paddleboarding, you'll love this. If you like kayaking, you'll love this. It's a great introduction to both. Like, you can rent a kayak or a paddleboard, and it'll be way easier to paddle this river than it will be to paddle
Any other river.
Because the river is not very tall. There's only one part where there are like rocks and rapids, and in that point you go around it, so it's not like you have to paddle up it or anything like that.
It's not even manageable.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question on whether or not you can do it, because you can't do it.
You might be able to do it in the high tide if you were really like
Skilled.
Yeah. By high tide, I mean like the springtime when runoff is high. So it was definitely worth paddleboarding. It was worth the, I don't know,
$80.
$80 each.
I think there's only one place. It's called AWOL Adventures. They usually have a boxcar down by the river where you launch from. However,
in the high season.
Yeah, in the high season. We went in the off season, so yeah, there was no car. We actually had to schlub the paddleboards in our van down to the river, which was fine. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but it was kind of annoying.
Really, really cool. We plan on going back. That's how cool it was. In the high season, in the springtime, when the water's running a little bit more, so that we can see more of like the Niagara feel that everybody talks about with Shoshone Falls.
Instead of just a little bit of trickling.
Yeah, I enjoyed Twin Falls as a whole.
Yeah, the whole city was cool. It basically felt like a small, big city.
That built itself around a giant crack in the earth. That was pretty much it. And there's nothing over there. So
that is also another cool part. If you're planning on visiting via RV or, I mean, even tent camping, you cross the bridge out of the city, out of the main part of the city, and you literally have free dispersed camping.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's BLM too.
Yeah. We were literally 3 minutes away from the city by car in dispersed camping. So there was no buildings around us. There was, one other car one night. It was really cool.